That's it for passbacks and mark traps. Now that you know what the winning combos are and how to convert into them, we'll move on to one of the most critical pieces of a team race, the start. Starting well is one of the fundamentals of sailing, and it's extremely important in team racing. The best advice we can give is that all three teammates should be on the line with speed at the gun, like the blue boats did here. If you get a good start and shoot out into the 1 or 2 spot, you can help your team the most. Be a good teammate and be on the line with speed at the gun. There are 2 basic schools of thought for team race starting. One is man on man, and another are geographic starts. Let's turn to Tim for his advice on geographic starting.
Does your team designate who starts where before the pre-start?
Yeah, we've had the same starting assignments since the very beginning. We've all just had our own position that we like to start in. I like to start at the pin. My good friend Tim Fallon likes to start in the middle. And we've had a few different teammates as our third, but it's often either Graham or Mark or Pat, and they're usually the boat guy. And we just get really used to the battles that happen at our different ends of the starting line, and also get used to interacting with each other. So starting at the pin, I'm often interacting with my teammate Timmy, and not seeing the boat guy as much, so we get used to sort of some more complicated plays or situations that might happen with 2 of us working together to try and win the pin end.
Tim, can you share any other techniques that will help teams improve their starting?
Sure. Well, team racing, as it's gotten more advanced, sort of breaks down into 3 individual match races that are going on, and those match races may sort of interact with each other, but I think probably a really basic skill that everyone needs to have is just being really good at match racing. And there's a lot of ways to study match racing out there. Sort of the basics of the lead chase game, coming from the safe zone in the lower right corner, and being really good at the time and distance in that lead chase game, so you know whether you want to be leading your opponent or trailing, and whether you're leading or trailing, knowing how to defend or attack from those 2 positions.
Thanks, Tim. Tim mentioned the lead chase game, and that often a team race start comes down to 3 separate match races. Let's discuss some basic strategy to help you win your match race. To match race successfully, you first need to understand the overall starting area.